fun begins.
How's it going?
Hello.
Well,
Greetings, young Jedi.
hello there.
Hey everyone, Hybrid Toy Reviews here with a bit of a fun topic. So, if you're here, you probably already are a Black Series collector. However, there most certainly are new people coming to the line every single day. And sometimes you get, recommendations. People are like, hey, what should I get if I want to get into the line? And so I thought it would be a cool video to do to kind of just look at what's available right now and say, of what's available, what do I recommend? So, very, very loose criteria on this video, meaning I made it very easy for myself. But I figured I would go with what's available on Amazon right now. Think about it, your average new figure collector probably isn't nuanced enough to go to Big Bad or scour eBay for the best deals. They're probably going to Amazon. They probably already have that Prime account going. Who doesn't, right? So that was my kind of idea. I wanted to keep it under $30, some of these significantly so. And there were just some good deals to be had. They aren't all brand new figures. They definitely aren't super old figures, however. I tried to keep it roughly within the last 5 years because this is definitely a high point for the line, and these are figures that I think, if you are going to have a collection, would be good ones to have in it. I gave a little bit of a wide spread. I didn't hyper-focus on the prequels. I didn't hyper-focus on the OT. Unfortunately, there's not much sequel stuff going on right now, as much as I would like to have been able to recommend some stuff from my second favorite trilogy, but hopefully we turn around in the years to come on that. So, let's get into it. These are in no particular order, but I think a great addition, something that just about anyone should have in the collection, is the Phase 1 Clone Trooper, the 2023 version, which has the removable helmet with the painted face underneath, not to be mistaken with the 2020 version, which does not feature the removable helmet. And this version right now on Amazon is $22.89, which is honestly a steal. It's a really fun figure. I highly recommend army building it. But even if you're just going to have one Clone Trooper, I think this is probably one of the best looking ones that you can grab, and especially just slightly under retail. Come on. That's a bargain that you cannot leave on Amazon's warehouse pegs. Up next, this one's on sale right now. So if you're watching the video right now and don't have it, this is your call to go to Amazon right now. But Darth Sidious. This is a Revenge of the Sith Sidious. This is shortly after Mace Windu baconated his face. So right now, he's on sale for $17.49, which is great. However, it's some sort of like spring sale thing they have going on. He's usually $24.99, it says. Honestly, if you miss the sale and he's $24.99, I still highly recommend him. I think he's a great value for the price. You get some really cool lightning hands. You get a Sith lightsaber. Just chef's kiss. What more could you ask for on this guy? Up next, this one is one that I'm considering a definitive. It is the Phantom Menace Darth Maul. This has come out in a very recent wave, and it's a great update to the 2020 or the 2013 Darth Maul figure that we've had from the first wave in the line. It's a head-to-toe new Darth Maul. Really, really love it. The articulation is superb. I'm really digging the likeness on it. You can get him to hit just about any pose that you could ever want from a Phantom Menace Maul. He is just super, super cool, and I think that you'll be happy if you add this Darth Maul to your collection if you're starting out or if you don't have him now. This one's from a very recent wave, the brand new A New Hope Leia. Now, she's brand new. She's still $24.99. But this has an amazing photoreal likeness, and honestly, I'm a huge fan of soft goods, and I thought I'd prefer the archive version over it, but getting it in hand, the A New Hope Leia with the sculpted dress just looks oh so good. The one thing she can't do is the kneeling pose to give the plans to R2-D2. Anything other than that, she's great. She can do anything, and this is just a super fun figure. Really love the engineering on it. Even this big baggy plastic dress doesn't really traffic cone her. She's still fairly articulated, and I think that this is a definitive Leia look for anyone's Black Series collection. Up next, this one is a little bit older, and it is Obi-Wan in his Wandering Jedi appearance from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Right now on Amazon, you can get it for $20.80. This is a figure that I really, really like. The likeness is okay. It's not a perfect Ewan McGregor, but you can definitely see it there. And for the price, I think that it's pretty good for what you're getting with that soft goods robe, the pistol, the lightsaber. He articulates really well. He's a figure that I had on my desk for the longest time, just as a desk buddy. He's really fun to fiddle with. I really, really have always liked this one, and I think it's someone that anyone should have in the collection, even if you're not the hugest fan of the Kenobi show, in which case, what's wrong with you? But I just really think that it is a fun figure and a decent representation of what it is. And if you're trying to do a little bit of everything in your Black Series collection, Wandering Jedi Obi-Wan is a must-add. Up next is the Return of the Jedi Han Solo. So this is basically just Han's normal look with the cream-colored shirt and the black vest and the pants with the boots, right? You know, his A New Hope look. Return of the Jedi, he has yellow markings on the sides of his pants instead of the red in A New Hope. But he also comes with the camouflage trench coat. If you take the trench coat off, it's a perfectly passable A New Hope Han Solo. It has a decent likeness and the articulation is great. However, it's definitely a Return of the Jedi Han, and it's just a pretty good stand-in Han for your OT collection. He's a really good looking figure, and you can get it either in the Galaxy packaging or retro card, whichever's cheaper. I believe this one was the retro card, but for $19.49, I think it's a pretty passable figure. And if you don't have a Han Solo yet in the collection, this would be a good one to get. Up next, this is one of my favorites from the Mandalorian line, and it's Bo-Katan. Right now, you can actually get the Archive version, which was an international thing, but obviously didn't sell well because they're trying to sell her in the States, for $15.99. This is one of the standout figures of the Mandalorian line. Now, there are people out there that would tell you, oh, just get the Moff-X. And I'm not saying the Moff-X isn't good, but this is a pretty good introductory Bo-Katan for $15.99. Has a great Katie Sackhoff likeness. The articulation is super fun. I love the removable helmet gimmick with the moving rangefinder. We're in a really, really good spot with this figure. I really like how it turned out. Yeah, the blue's a little light for the show. Whatever. It's a pretty fun Bo-Katan. I really like this figure, and I think that if you were starting out with a Black Series collection, she would be a really fun addition and really show you how some of these armored characters can have some great articulation. Up next, this one's also a newer figure. She is $24.89, the Phantom Menace Padme. This isn't your Queen Amidala look. This is Padme in her kind of burgundy-colored trench coat from retaking the castle at the end of the movie. It's a really, really cool figure. I really love the Natalie Portman likeness on it, and I like how she has a swappable hand because she comes with a big blaster pistol and a little blaster pistol, and just the grips are totally different shapes. So instead of stretching the hand out with the big blaster, and then putting that tiny blaster in a stretched out hand that won't hold it anymore, you have a swappable hand option. Makes life a lot easier. You don't see a lot of swappable hands in the line. I really don't care that we don't get that, but sometimes you just need it for a particular function, and I'm really satisfied how they did it here. For the price, I think you're getting a pretty good Padme. I think that Padme is a important character to the trilogy, or to the saga, and I think that you would be happy adding this Padme to your collection. Up next, this is probably the oldest figure on the list, but it was a really standout figure for the time and still holds up today. It is the Dagobah Luke Skywalker. This is on the Empire Strikes Back retro cards that came out in 2020. Wow, 5 years ago. It was originally packed in with a Yoda figure and a backpack, and then they sold the Luke separately for a little bit cheaper if you didn't want to go a deluxe route. This Luke has some amazing articulation, great weathering, and it is honestly the best Mark Hamill likeness in the line. If you are only going to have one Luke Skywalker, and your definition of a good Luke Skywalker is looking like Mark Hamill, you don't care what costume it is, this is the Luke for you. This is an amazing figure. It's great, and you're not going to regret adding this one to the collection. And he's rocking in at $18.50. Come on, man. For under $20, any Black Series is great for under $20. And finally, wrapping up this 10-figure list, I'm running with the A New Hope Vader and the Black Series A-list line. This guy's been on some discounts lately, and as of right now, you can get him for $16.29, which is a great price. That's a significant discount. I never thought I'd ever see the day of a discounted Vader in the line. Thing is, the A New Hope Vader isn't the best Vader in the line. If you want the best Vader in the line, go for the Empire Strikes Back one. However, he's rocking about $45 right now on Amazon and other retailers. So for the $30-ish that you would be saving, I think you can get away with cutting the butterfly joints. The A New Hope figure, again, dated, came out in 2017, and this is just a reissue of, but it is a pretty good figure, one that I think you would enjoy adding to your collection. And don't get me wrong, just because he doesn't have the best articulation of the Vaders made, don't slouch on this one. He's still pretty good. So these are the 10 figures that I think anyone that's deciding, hey, I want to start a Black Series collection, should go in on. You can get all 10 of them for a really, really decent price. 10 figures at 25 each is $250, and the majority of these are significantly under that. I think for about $200, to get 10 figures that are all really good action figures, that would be a great way to kickstart a Black Series collection. So for those of you that have been around for a little while and you already have a pretty good Black Series collection and therefore probably already have all 10 of these figures, sound off in the comments below. Do you think any should be knocked off the list? Do you think that some should be swapped out for others? If you had to come up with 10 figures to recommend someone, what 10 would you pick? I think this is a pretty balanced list. It's not too prequel heavy, not too OT heavy, not too Mandoverse heavy. It's a little bit of everything here. It's for the Star Wars fan that doesn't just latch on to A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. It's for the fan that actually likes the entirety of Star Wars, which is what I am. If I wasn't in the line yet, but I was the fan that I am of all the properties, I would want to pick up this list. So I hope this is hopefully useful to someone who might be getting into the line, the early days of their collection. And if you've been around for a little bit, fire off in the comments below for those that are new and tell them what you think they should be picking up. That's it for now. Thank you guys all for watching. It means a lot that you did. If you liked, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that end of video stuff. You know the drill. I'm going to go work on something else now. So until next time, may the Force be with each and every one of you, and goodbye.